What's up, Juventus? Alberto here. I got all your Juve news. All right, we're going to take a look at the midfield targets and two of them that have been openly desired by Juventus and the rest that we're just monitoring, and how we can potentially come up with the money to swing two midfielders this summer. And then all eyes on Federico Chiesa, not just for health, but also Ravanelli weighs in on the circumstances around our star player. And then the Chihuahuas are out. You knew what was going to happen with Juve set to face Napoli this weekend, but De Laurentiis up to De Laurentiis things. We'll take a look at the latest there. And then the month of March in general could be critical for Juventus. We'll take a look at that. All right, so like the video, subscribe to the channel. This is the AJC. Let's rock. So first up, we get two potential signings could be coming in the midfield for Juventus. That's the latest report. The two midfielders that have been openly desired by Juventus are Koopmeiners and also Ferguson. And the latest on Ferguson is that his valuation is around 25 million euros. All right, now there is a long list of other midfielders that Juve are monitoring. Some of the names are Højbjerg, still in there, Sudakov, all right, Ederson, Samardzic, and also Kefren Turam. Although Kefren Turam seems to be next to impossible to pull off because of the funds it's going to take to do that. Now, when speaking about the money, we know the Pogba situation that's ongoing. He has been receiving only 2,000 euros a month in pay during this suspension. He is going to appeal. The latest rumors suggest that Juve has to wait for the finalization of this entire thing before they could terminate the contract. That is not true, and I do not believe that whatsoever. The current reports, though, suggest that Juve is working with Paul Pogba's entourage to find a deal to just kind of settle everything and get out of this contract. I think that is the best move. There is no reason to wait because the appeal process could take another year before it is completed. Just end it, all right? And it is said that Juve could save somewhere around 33 million euros when terminating this contract. However, if they're working with the agency to do it, because maybe, just maybe, they do have to wait until the entire appeal process is over. But Juventus, even in settling with this, would be better off in the long run, and some of that funds could go toward a midfielder, all right? However, I still believe that Sule could be the one used in funding Koopmeiners, all right? But I still also think that Sule is tied to the future of Federico Chiesa, and all eyes have been on Federico Chiesa. Ravanelli weighed in on Federico Chiesa, and he said he is a great talent, no doubt. One of my favorite players to watch, but he needs to be less impatient on the pitch as of late, and his attitude on the pitch needs to change. Calling out to Chiesa and saying, I love you as a player, but if you want to stay at Juventus, you have to show the right attitude, all right? So strong words from Ravanelli, all right? And of course, we have eyes on Chiesa for fitness, him and Danilo, and we got good news there as both of them trained with the group today, all right? So a good boost ahead of this Napoli match on Sunday, all right? And then as far as Chiesa and Allegri goes, and all this media this speculation about this relationship that is broken, Albanese says he has absolutely zero confirmations of any conflicts between the player and coach, all right? And the same goes for Vlahovic when that was being said about him and Max Allegri. So there you have it. All the relationship stuff seems to be just fine. And I told you all I was not buying into this relationship thing, all right? Now, as far as March, we are at March 1st. March is going to be potentially critical for Juventus, all right? A difficult run of matches. We have Napoli first, Atalanta next, Genoa, who has been very tough. They have been unbeaten in 10 of their last 11 matches, and then Lazio, all right? And we are going to get into back-to-backs with Lazio because, of course, the Coppa Italia semifinal. This is a very tough stretch for Juventus, all right? We saw how mentally they kind of became almost broken playing lower sides and struggling through that, having to face Napoli and Atalanta on a back-to-back, with it getting tighter up in that second to fourth range there on the table. It's going to be very interesting to see how Juve navigates through this. I'm going to ask all of you, how many points do you think Juventus comes out with in the month of March? Hit me in the comments, all right? And now, last, certainly not least, Chihuahua's gonna Chihuahua. De Laurentiis, here's the latest. He is working with his lawyers to file an appeal to FIFA about keeping Juventus out of the Club World Cup, all right? Look, you always knew this guy was a Chihuahua. Here's a prime piece of evidence. His club is set to play the second leg of Barca after a 1-1 draw. Yes, now they have to go to Camp Nou, but play the match out. Okay, what a signal to send to your team, to your club, when what they got to do is get by Barcelona, and probably they will get as many points. But instead, he wants to appeal. He wants to appeal to FIFA, right, about keeping us out because we aren't even in European play. Guess what? Does the current run of form that we had up until then and our standing in Europe play nothing into the sort? They're doing it by points. We've accumulated the most over that stretch of time. Quit your bitching. Stop your yipping. You're nothing but a Chihuahua, all right? But I expect nothing less from you. My God, I hope we get the 3 points this Sunday, everybody. De Laurentiis always playing games, all right? But you guys know the drill. Hit me with everything you think on the news you just heard, all right? Can't wait to hear from y'all. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, all right, and share the content. This weekend, we're live on Sunday, getting you hyped up for the game, and then, yes, I'm bringing you a live watch-along, all right? Fino alla fine, Forza Juve. Ciao tutti.